Hi, this is Ada.
And this is Stefan.
And I'm out walking the dogs.
This is not living simply in Mexico. Roof, roof.
So, like the rest of the world, we are here in shelter in place, or at least have your mask when you're out and about. So, that's what we're doing.
Yep, and so in this episode, it's going to be sort of an interesting one. We're going to talk about our personal situation, how we feel things are going on in Puerto Vallarta based on our friends down there, talk a little bit about the future of what things hold, and also maybe show some videos and some cut-ups from past to kind of get us in the feeling that Puerto Vallarta will be back stronger than ever at some point. We all want to think about that right now. Hey everybody, my goodness, a lot has happened since we did our last video. Different world, really, and it still changes day by day, but I wanted to get out a video to all here. I travel a lot for work, and so I went to Australia, then we went down to Puerto Vallarta, and then I had to go to a work trip in Omaha, and then after that I came back. And it was kind of interesting, since I was flying so much, I actually got flu-like symptoms with shortness of breath. So I don't know what I had, but I was in quarantine for a little bit. It was very mild, but I quarantined myself. As that was happening, we had a shelter-in-place order. We were one of the first counties to shelter in place. And so our lives changed dramatically then. My wife's business, who it's a physical therapy and Pilates studio, had to shut down. And so she has been working nonstop, 7 days a week, getting things going. And she's had employees too. And so she's been working very hard, keeping them busy. One of the things she's doing is actually some online live classes that are for Pilates and physical therapy related classes, as well as doing independent, one-on-one sessions. The classes are actually fairly inexpensive. If you go to probalance.tv, I'll have that more down below here, and you can go check out her classes that she's got going on. We had a trip scheduled for March, for April, for May, and for June. And those trips, obviously, all of them got canceled. We were going to cancel them regardless, given the situation, but we fly Southwest, and they basically canceled every single one of them. In fact, the early June trip was canceled just a few days ago. So our next time down may be late June. We're not pushing it. We'll see how things go. We may cancel it ourselves if we don't feel comfortable, but there's a lot going on, and the last thing you want people to do is travel for fun. Transitioning over to Puerto Vallarta, you may have seen that some Canadians got themselves in hot water. They were on the beach when the beach was closed, and they physically hassled a reporter, and that went viral. And sadly, that was at one of our favorite places to eat. It was at Fidencio's. And so that was actually a good lesson to stay off the beaches when you're not supposed to be there. In fact, we didn't know at the time they were Canadians, so the ambassador of the US apologized for them. Canadian ambassador of Mexico apologized for them, and I think they had to hightail it out of there. So be safe. People are very touchy. In fact, I know a lot of YouTubers aren't YouTubing any more because of the situation, because there's a lot of blowback for anybody that looks like they're having fun, and frankly for good reason. It's tough, given the language barrier. There's some things that are coming out from the government that have changed. There was a while there that people couldn't travel at all, and I think that's been pulled back. But you definitely need to wear masks and be very safe sheltering at home in Mexico as well. And I know that there, even recently, after there's the airport's pretty much dead. There's actually almost nothing going on at the airport. No flights going in and out. I mean, it's empty. There may be just a handful of flights during the day. Not a good time to go to Puerto Vallarta, and it won't be for a while. Probably the best window I would say is probably late June, early July at the earliest. And we need to know more before that. That's just my opinion. So take that for what it's worth. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think there's Cheeky Monkey I just saw today that went out of business. They were on the Melicon. So some of you may know them walking down the Melicon. I think they may open up again, but they said that they're definitely moving, or they're moving locations if they do. That's based on my assumption, but you can go to the Facebook page and check that out. Really good restaurant, Florios. We go there and eat a lot. It's a Argentinian a beef place. It's on the more expensive side, but it's really good for what you get. And what they've been doing is they've been providing food for for folks that are really needy. And so that's been given out. They've been giving out free food for that. One of our neighbors just mentioned that today. And you can go check out Florios in Puerto Vallarta, their Facebook page. They have a whole bunch of pictures on it. So it's really cool they're doing that. I think they're serving hot meals. They at least had one event for that, and they're giving out packages, which is great. A lot of the restaurants, including Florios, is delivering, of course. They'll definitely do that. Frankly, it's going to be really, really rough down in Puerto Vallarta for folks that are working. The service industry is just going to be really difficult. People are not going to be trying to schedule vacations now for this fall, really, in large numbers. So it's going to be really rough. I think with Vedanta, which I see every time going in and out of the airport, they let go of 4,000 people over the last week. So that's really rough. If you're looking for ways to help out, there are many. Go to any of the Facebook groups that are on there, and as well as for just general information about how Puerto Vallarta is doing. Barry Kessler did showcase us on a podcast. So if you want an in-depth understanding about us, you can go to the Puerto Vallarta Travel Show. So Barry does a lot of stuff there, but most importantly, the last couple episodes he's put on, people helping other people. And so he's got a lot of great information there about food banks and things of that nature. One of our neighbors, he's just tremendous. His name is Tercero. He practices day in, day out playing, and he plays down to local bars for tips and other things. And he actually had his equipment stolen before this whole pandemic happened. So he bought all new equipment and then can't play anymore. And so he's a bit out of luck. And so he's been hosting play sessions every week. I think he's starting them up on Saturday. I'll have links to it down below. But what's really cool about what Tercero is doing is he actually created some new music, and he has a Patreon account. I think I was his first Patreon person, just started it up. He did let me have his new video. He actually created a new video, and I'll put that. It's Soledad, appropriately named. And you'll see that at the end of our video here today. You'll notice on there that sometimes the guitar is going, he's not playing because he loops it. So it's not like he's lip syncing. He actually loops it, sings, loops it, sings, and you get the end result for what you see on the screen there. So I think that's it. We will have other things coming your way, maybe from California for a little bit, but we will be down in Mexico in no time, and we will no doubt do a video on how Puerto Vallarta is handling this pandemic, how they're recovering, and how you can help. So you take care, everybody. Stay at home, and just really take care of yourselves. And we'll see you down on the beach sometime soon.
Soledad, Soledad, Soledad. Soledad, Soledad, Soledad. Solo piensas seguir, razones suficientes para calmar esta sed. Rompe tus estigmas, no todo es gris. Más duro que sea compañera. Mientras las horas pasan y los días carecen de sentido, calor se agota, hay tristeza y tú no estás tan abatido. Por más duro que sea, de esto se trata vivir. Quizás algún día termine tu apatía. Dicen que la soledad es muy mala consejera, pero eso no importa. Ahora es tu compañera. Ahora es tu compañera, Soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, Soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, Soledad. Por más duro que sea, Soledad. Esto se trata de vivir. Quizás a los días termine tu apatía. Soledad, soledad, soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, ahora es tu compañera, soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, soledad. Ahora es tu compañera, ahora es tu compañera.